Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Like all good major programs, there has to always be a wildcard entry, and this is the wildcard entry in the schedule, a small presentation on how the government, how the Prime Minister is using technology to reach out to the people and to also involve people in the process of governance. Next, please. Now, as we all are aware, the PM is an avid technology enthusiast. He is also among the most followed leaders globally on most social media platforms. And for many, many years, he's been using technology extensively to involve people and engage with people in governance-related activities, whether it was as Chief Minister and then subsequently in his stint as the Prime Minister. Today, I'll be very briefly talking about two ways in which the PM is using technology. The first is his own app, the Narendra Modi app, which is normally popularly known as the NM app. Now, the NM app is a medium where people are able to send in not only their requests to him, their suggestions, their ideas about various issues, but also from time to time, using different engagement methodologies, inputs from citizens are received directly by the Prime Minister. For example, just 2 days back, 15th of August, when the PM was delivering his Independence Day speech from the ramparts of the Red Fort, many people were very pleasantly surprised that some of the thoughts that they had shared on the PM's app actually found a reflection in the PM's speech. This has been done not only this year, but also in prior years, and for many of his visits, even international visits, and his participation in some major programs, he has sought crowdsourced inputs from people as to what are the things that people want him to talk about. A regular example of this is the Mann Ki Baat radio address, which he does at the last Sunday of every month, and the inputs for this month's broadcast are already being sought. So for those of you who have some thoughts, and maybe by the end of today's interaction, if you feel that you were not able to ask a question or not able to put forth a suggestion due to paucity of time, you're most welcome to go to this app and put in your thoughts over there. These are some of the inputs that have been received from time to time. You can see on the slide on the left-hand side, for the Mann Ki Baat, this month's broadcast, the inputs are already being sought. After the demonetization exercise last year, the Prime Minister also sought inputs about what people thought, what demonetization was, and what impact it was having. And in a span of just about a few days, more than 4 million people participated in that discussion and put in their views and also gave their structured inputs in terms of how they had been impacted by demonetization and what they thought it would do for the country. Many of us, the private sector, very regularly seek inputs from our users. How do you find our services? The rating and feedback mechanism is something which is very, very strictly monitored in all private companies and startups. But possibly for the first time, here we have a Prime Minister who has not only been asking for inputs, but has also been asking for ratings. On the NM app, at the completion of the 3 years of the government this year in May, there was a survey conducted where people were asked to rate the government's performance in different fields. So you can see here, for instance, on different sectors, roads, power, healthcare, education, job opportunities, etc. And also for some of the prominent programs that the government has been running, the flagship programs, which PM has been talking about, people got an opportunity to go to the app and directly start rating that this is what I feel. For this particular program, maybe I would give 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, or sometimes 5 out of 5 as well. There's also a special section on this app where people can also write and publish articles on issues of public governance. So for those of you who are interested in writing opinion pieces, here's your opportunity. Send in your submissions, write a short, crisp blog, and send it here. And who knows, maybe tomorrow we'll see some of these blogs on our respective screens as well. The PM has in recent days been talking a lot about New India and the journey from the 75th anniversary of the Quit India movement to the 75th anniversary of independence, which would come up in 2022. Just to set the stage, to set the tone for this discussion, for these activities, the NM app has also conducted a Quit India quiz. And this has been an opportunity for all of us, not only to refresh our memory about the Quit India movement, but maybe also test our memory of the Quit India movement, see how much we know about it, how much we know about the sacrifices our freedom fighters made to give us an independent nation. This quiz is also available on the MyGov site. MyGov.in is Government of India's citizen engagement platform where issues of public governance are discussed and deliberated upon. And possibly in a manner of speaking, I could say that on 26th of July 2014, the current government launched its first startup within the government in form of MyGov. It's a small company under the Ministry of Electronics and IT, and we do a lot of activities for channelizing people's opinions to different government ministries and departments. On the directions of the Prime Minister, MyGov has also launched a dedicated website called newindia.in. For those of you who've not seen it yet, my request is that please spend a few moments, go to this site, because here we are trying to involve people across the country in this whole Sankalp Se Siddhi movement that the PM has talked about repeatedly, taking a pledge to work for a new India, to work for building a new India, submitting our thoughts and ideas, and also some very interesting new initiatives. This is the format of the pledge. You might have seen this pledge. It was released on the 9th of August. It was there in all the newspapers. You can take a pledge to dedicate and commit yourself to different elements of what is going to build a new India, and you can then subsequently share it on social media and get your friends and colleagues also to dedicate themselves to the cause of a new India. Now, when we are talking of causes, one major thing that people feel from time to time is that there are a lot of suggestions which keep coming to the government, but what happens to these suggestions? The different ministries and departments in the Government of India do think about and consider whatever inputs are coming in, but sometimes it becomes a little difficult to understand how many people are actually backing an initiative. If there is a sufficiently large number of people backing a particular cause, then it becomes incumbent upon the government to take that seriously and then to do something about that cause. Now here for the first time, we've launched a My Causes page where you can create a cause, you can create a sort of a petition, or you can create a write-up about something which appeals to you, and you want a large number of people to be associated with you, and you want the government to do something about it. So if you want the government to work with you, here's our challenge to you. You have to get 5,000 people to support your cause. You can create your cause here, publish it on social media, publish it here. We'll maintain the site free of cost for you. Your job is to share it on social media, share it by email, talk to your friends, colleagues, popularize it among your entire network. And once it crosses the 5,000 mark, we will then share it with the concerned ministry or the government department which deals with that particular subject, and we will take the responsibility of coming back to you as soon as possible with some action on the cause that you've been championing. Your friends and colleagues, of course, can come to this site itself and vote for the cause. So when you create the cause, take the URL, share it, get those people to click through, come to the site and vote for the cause. And once it crosses the magic mark of 5,000, we will do something about it. The New India Manthan is another component of the New India site, where on different themes, poverty, elevation of caste, communalism, and similar issues, corruption. So for all of these things, if you have any suggestions as to what are the things that the government can do to strengthen action in all these directions, then this is the page where you can submit your thoughts. And finally, as a tribute to the freedom fighters who gave their lives, who dedicated their lives to the cause of India's independence, you can come to this page, you can click on the freedom fighter who has actually appealed to you, whose work has appealed to you, and you can generate a card as a tribute to that particular freedom fighter, and then you can also share it on social media and get your friends and colleagues also to do the same. So this is the end of my presentation here. My request here to all of you is that if you have not seen or downloaded the NM app, please do so. And if you've not seen or visited the New India website, then please do come to newindia.in. Thank you very much.